Good evening. It is 5:15 this Monday, September 12th, and the Carroll City Council is now in session. Would you all please rise with me and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Before us, we have tonight's agenda. Roll call, all are here. We first have a introduction of a new employee. And Mike, would you do the honors, please?
Yeah, I'd be pleased to, Mayor and Council. We have Wendy Johnson, who started last Tuesday with the holiday as the Carroll Public Library Director. So we just want to welcome Wendy. I don't know if you want to make some comments.
I just want to say I'm so happy to be here and be part of the city of Carroll, and I'm excited to get started.
So welcome, Wendy, and we appreciate you being part of the team now.
Thank you.
Yep, glad to have you, Wendy. Welcome aboard. Okay, we have item number 4 is tonight's consent agenda, and I will read it as follows. Approval of minutes from the August 22nd and the September 1st meetings. We have approval of the bills and claims. We have licenses and permits. There's a new 5-day Class C liquor license for Carroll Hy-Vee, and that's a Kemper alumni event. Fiscal year 2023 outside agencies funding agreement resolutions, one with Region 12, the Carroll Child Care Center, the RSVP, Foster Grandparent Program, also the Carroll Community Concern Food Pantry, Carroll Area Development Corporation, and also the Carroll Chamber of Commerce. Do you want to comment real quickly on these or anything? Okay, but we've all known these are coming, and it's my understanding that these are all done except one. We're still working on details of one. So
Correct. New opportunities would be the one we're still working through.
And we've all read them in our packets, and if it meets your approval. We have also on tonight's consent agenda, Northeast Park parking lot improvements, and there's a change order involved. And Chad, I've been asked to maybe kind of allow you to comment on this before I continue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you mind doing so?
So when we received the first change order back, it was an unofficial change order from United Group, or United Construction out of Atlantic, who is the contractor on the job. The one that they had submitted versus the official AIA document change order that they submitted to us, there was a $4 discrepancy. So the one in your packets do not actually match the certifiable document. So the one that we will be approving is $4 less. So just making note of that. Saving money.
All right, very good. Anything else on that?
Nope.
Okay.
The price will end up as $4,242 instead of the $46.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Chad. Under that consent agenda, continue on is related to that, Northeast Park parking lot improvements, a certificate of substantial completion. Item G is the outdoor aquatic center, the umbrella replacement. You all saw pictures of that, what happened in the storm. And then following that, we have fire department air pack purchase was included in there with that invoice. And then also we have one infill housing incentive application. And so unless there's any other further questions about tonight's consent agenda, I would seek a motion to approve.
I got a question. Dan, these air packs, how often you gonna get those?
There's a 10-year lifespan. It's kind of how the rule that they go through is 10 years.
Okay, you got more coming?
I'm going to probably submit for next year to get some more. Right now, we have 29 of them, and we are right at, with these, we'll be at right at half.
Half of what you need?
So that again?
Half of what you need?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, that's all I have.
Okay, any other questions about the consent agenda? If not, I'd seek a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda, please.
Second.
Very good. We have a motion and a second to approve tonight's consent agenda. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Seaman? Yes. Shrek? Yes. Bauer?
Yes.
Base?
Yes.
Dirks?
Yes.
Bornero?
Yes.
It is approved.
Perfect, thank you. We have item number 5 on tonight's agenda is oral requests and communications from the audience. And it doesn't look like we've got anybody here personally. Is there anybody online? Okay, so we'll move on to item number 6 under ordinances. And Mike, I'll turn that over to you.
Thank you, Mark and Council. If you recall, at your last meeting, we had the first reading of this ordinance that is implementation of a fuel surcharge related to the solid waste hauling contracts. Since the discussion we had at the last meeting, the staff has not received any public comments on this. I would only make one note. I think originally the dollar amount we used in the staff report was based on the July diesel price. Since then, the August price has come out just for comparison, and that would result in a 17-cent surcharge. So diesel prices went down since July, and so that would be reflected. Now, ultimately, we'll look at the month prior to the beginning of each quarter when we set that surcharge. And so the actual, if this gets approved by the council, the first month that we'll see the surcharge will be in October. That'll be based on the September pricing, so we won't know what that is. But that'll be a dynamic number if the ordinance is approved. So with that, if there's any other questions, I'd be happy to answer those this evening.
So we're going from 25 cents to 17, you're saying?
Correct. Now, the way the ordinance is written, it anticipates that
I
dynamic
get it.
change. But yeah.
Okay.
Are there any other questions for Mike? Okay, we, of course, approved the first reading of this 2 weeks ago. I would seek a motion to approve the second reading of it and under your consideration whether or not you choose to waive the third or not.
I'll approve the second, waive the third.
Is there a
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the second reading of the residential solid waste hauling agreement and fuel surcharge and waive the third reading. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Shrek?
Yes.
Bornero?
Yes.
Seaman? Yes. Dirks?
Yes.
Bauer?
Yes.
Base?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Very good. Now, I understand we need to move to adopt that ordinance. Is that correct? Is there a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to move to adopt that said ordinance. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Dirks?
Yes.
Shrek?
Yes.
Base?
Yes.
Bauer?
Yes.
Bornero? Seaman? Yes. Ordinance is adopted.
Very good, thank you. Then we would also seek a motion to adopt the revised agreement. If that's correct, is there a motion to that effect?
So moved.
We have a motion and a second to adopt the revised agreement for the fuel surcharge and the solid waste hauling agreement. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Bornero? Dirks?
Yes.
Bauer?
Yes.
Shrek? Yes. Seaman? Yes. Base?
Yes.
Resolution is approved.
Again, thank you. Item number 7 tonight is under resolutions, and that's $5.4 million general obligation, local option sales tax and service tax bonds for the Carroll Rec Center Building Improvement Project. And I'll turn that over to you, Laura.
I will actually
Anything?
turn it over to
Okay,
Ms.
very
Suzanne
good.
Gerlach
Perfect. We will defer
Yes.
to, yes, perfect. Thank you. Hi, Susan.
Hi, good to be here this evening.
Thank you.
It's always good to be on the City of Carroll, and it's always good to bring good news. So we went out to the market today to competitively sell $5.4 million of general obligation local option sales and services tax bonds. This is Series 2022A. The city's Moody's Investor Service rating of AA3 was affirmed. We've been fighting really hard to get it back up to the AA2, but excellent rating. That is the top tier below the AA. That's the top tier below the AAA rating. So that was good news. And our goal with the competitive sale is to get at least 3 bids. And today the city got 8 bids. So that's very exciting, including the partnership of a local bank that bid with the second place bidder today. First National Capital Markets has been calling me for a long time about bidding in Iowa, but this is the first deal that I've worked on that they've wanted. So that's exciting. And they came in swinging today. They were 0.21% lower than the second place bid, which is very exciting. I know that for some of you that maybe haven't heard my speech about a competitive sale, the further the spread between the first and the second place is the more beneficial to the city. So today, using a competitive sale was very beneficial to the city because the second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth bid were all within probably 7 basis points of each other. 370 was where the market was today, and that would have been the winning bid without the 349 from First National Capital. So very wide range of bids today, which shows you a little bit of the uncertainty in the market and a lot of the investors sort of waiting on the sidelines when the Fed keeps saying they're going to raise rates. It's kind of hard to get people to lock in their money for long-term fixed investments. But so TIC range in total of all 8 bids, 3.49 being the low bid, 3.85 being that high bid. So quite a wide range. In those 8 bids, there were 40 different firms involved in what we call a selling syndicate. Robert W. Baird came in, what were they, 3rd place, with 32 members in their selling group today. It's not unusual to see, Robert W. Baird is sort of the Midwest selling group. We see that a lot in Iowa, ranges from 25 members in their syndicate to today 32 members in their syndicate. That helps them move when they have different retail investors that have orders for just portions and pieces. Pricing today, as everybody's heard in the news, rates have been going up steadily since December of 2021 and probably not quite 2% since last December. And today, 0.39% or 39 basis points over the AAA scale, which for AA3 20-year bonds is excellent pricing today. So we're very happy with the pricing that was included in the winning bid today. Just to kind of give a market update of where we think things are going, the Fed has indicated that they're not laying off those rate hikes until the early years get near 4%. So that it's been a long time since those of us in the room have seen rates over 4%, but buckle up because it's going to be a bumpy ride for the next few years. So very excited to get this deal priced, to have such excellent pricing for this really important rec center project for the city. So PFM would recommend that the city award the bonds to First National Capital Markets, Inc. out of Omaha, Nebraska at a TIC of 3.4955%. But before that, happy to answer any questions anybody may have. I guess one other comment, there was a question earlier. PFM had originally estimated 4.05%, and so debt service is actually $10,000 less a year than what we had originally estimated. So I think I had $405,000 a year in principal payments for 20 years. That's going to be closer to $395. So it's good news. Under budget. Something under budget. I'll take it. I don't know if there's any other questions. Okay. And I think from here.
The world of high finance,
Yeah.
learning as we go, or as I go, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I already got the amortization schedule sent to
Oh,
me.
perfect. Excellent. Good. Good. So, okay, well, if there's no more questions, I will let you conduct the rest of your business.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Suzanne.
Yeah,
Thank you,
congratulations.
Suzanne.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Okay, duly noted. So there is the recommendation, as you heard from Susan, and I'm certain that Laura and Mike would agree, that we, first thing we would need to do we need to acknowledge the receipt of the bids as part of our business tonight? Just acknowledge the receipt? Okay, so just all you need then tonight is a resolution to approve
Yep,
the
yep, the
low
resolution
bid.
was prepared by Allers and Cooney, was included in the packet.
Perfect. Okay. Any questions for Laura or Susan before I seek that motion to approve? So be it then. I would seek a motion to approve the resolution directing sale of the $5.4 million. Do we need to name First National Capital Markets as the,
Yep, it'll be in the resolution.
perfect.
Yep.
Okay. Is there a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Bornero?
Yes.
Schreck?
Yes.
Bauer?
Yes.
Dirks?
Yes.
Base?
Yes.
Seaman? Yes. Resolution is approved.
Perfect, thank you. Thank you again, Suzanne. Thanks for being here. Okay, item number 8 on tonight's agenda is a police vehicle purchase, and Brad Burke.
Thank you,
Hello,
Mayor.
Chief.
We were finally able to get the fleet orders in. Ford finally opened those up for us. So we requested bids from 3 local dealers, received 2 back, one from Champion Ford of Carroll, the other from New Way Ford of Coon Rapids. The bids were received by 10 a.m. on Wednesday, the 17th of August. While I was reviewing the bids, I found an option that was not initially put on the bids that would allow us to move our in-car computers to the rear of the car, and we can utilize the screen in the vehicles for our computer monitor. It frees up quite a bit of space in the vehicle. So I reached out to both the dealers who provided bids and asked if they would give me a price for that option. On the memo, you see that the prices came back. New Way Ford with the trade, total was $36,725. That's including the integrated screen option. And Champion Ford was $36,471. After the review, and we talked to a couple agencies that are utilizing the screen, we feel that it would be a good option for us to have to free up quite a bit of space in the cars. If you've ever seen it, our cars or been inside them, you see there's quite a bit of space that's taken up by all of our equipment, and anything we can do to free up some of that space is greatly appreciated by the officers. So my recommendation is to approve the bid from the low bid from Champion Ford with the option of the integrated screen for a total of $36,471. That includes a trade-in of one of our current vehicles.
Very good. That must be a fairly new option, huh? I mean, it's,
It is,
Around
and
my
it's not that common yet, but we're starting to see departments across the state that are utilizing it. And just reviewing the bids, I never had seen it on there before, so I really didn't know what it was. And doing a little research, found out. But of course, this was after I was reviewing the bids that got turned in to make sure they were all matching what we're looking for. So we think it'll be a great benefit for us. And talking to the departments across the state that use it, they find great use in it.
no room for the bad guys, right?
It's getting that way.
But it's pretty full.
It is. There's quite a bit of stuff in there.
Any other questions for Brad? I would seek a motion to approve the purchase of the police car from Champion Ford. Is there a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to make the purchase. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Dirks?
Yes.
Seaman?
Yes.
Schreck?
Yes.
Base?
Yes.
Bauer?
Yes.
Bordenero?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you too, Brad. Okay, moving right along, we are at committee reports. Comments from the mayor, I have none. Are there any comments from the city council tonight? None? City manager?
I just had the opportunity to attend the Iowa Housing Conference this last week in Des Moines. It was a great opportunity. I know Councilmember Dirks also joined me on that. Just a lot of good information and some things that we're actually, or at least I am reaching out on base of what we found, and hopefully look at how we can also improve housing in Carroll. So I just wanted to let the council know that.
I'll give a report when I get done on that one, and then we're going to Washington DC starting tomorrow. And then 2 weeks after that, I'm gonna go to the state convention in Waterloo. And then when I get all 3 of those done, I'll give a report at the end of the council meeting sometime to update you guys on everything I learned.
Very good. Anything else? Then I would seek a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to adjourn. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Base?
Yes.
Dirks?
Yes.
Bauer?
Yes.
Schreck?
Yes.
Bordenero?
Yes.
Seaman?
Yes.
We are adjourned.
Thank you.